Hello, everybody. Well, nobody apparently, but that's all right. We're going to sit here and watch the race regardless if it's just me and Jenna or if anybody else shows up. So, right now, we're just waiting for the qualifying races to be over. I think it's over now. And we are in the pre show. Yep, Jenna is here. We'll see if anybody else decides to show up. So we can go over a few things that happened over the off season. Looks like Miss Ari is going to be a guest on the show too. Oh no, we still got 5 laps to go in the last qualifying race. Jenna, can you hear the TV? Okay. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting race. Very short track at a quarter mile. Very narrow. And there's an actual no real straight stretch. Even the straight stretch on the sides is kind of slightly curved. So this is going to be, I think, exactly as Martin Truex had stated on Twitter. This is going to be a wreck fest. All right, so we got a couple other people in. Welcome, welcome. Even if you want to lurk, welcome. Stuntman Steve. Welcome, Steve. It's good to have you here. Apologize, I wasn't able to join you earlier today. I did see that you were live, but I did have a few things to take care of before I started the streams today. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Wait for a few other people to join us and see if anybody would like to discuss anything that happened on the off season. Driver changes, team changes, new tracks, the schedule, whatever. First hour here is going to be the pre-race show, and then I'll switch over to the actual race watch along. Yep, I did pop in and just like Jenna did and leave a like. All right. We got some rookies, new teams, driver changes that are going to be mixing things up. And then, of course, the next generation car. Steve, are you a NASCAR fan if you're still in here? Now, was that past last Tuesday or this coming up Tuesday? There, Steve. This Tuesday. Okay. Well, again, my condolences for your loss. Things will get better eventually in time. I'm sure you've heard that many, many times. And no, you don't necessarily have to be a NASCAR fan. If you want to just hang out, you're more than welcome. Uh oh. Did you get kicked out, Jenna? Did you get kicked out? Oh no. Well, thank you, Steve, for those kind words. We try to be there for everybody in need, especially if it's emotional and support and just being there. That's something we can definitely give. Jenna is having internet issues, apparently. Yeah, her internet's buffering. Looks like we're going to have Tony Stewart involved in broadcasting today. Haven't seen or heard him for a while. NASCAR has done a great job, in my opinion, um, trying to get a different demographic of new fans to NASCAR, especially with the Coliseum being the race for the Busch Class this year. There's going to be so many celebrities and musical artists. Pitbull is going to be performing the pre-race show. We've got Ice T. We've got a DJ that's going to be playing music during the breaks and the stages. Kane, what's up, buddy? You ready for NASCAR? No, actually, Steve, we're watching the Busch Clash NASCAR Cup Series race at the LA Coliseum. They did a little bit of work. They paved the track and field track, and we are going to have the first ever NASCAR race inside the Coliseum for the Cup Series. Now, they have done a few races way back in the early decades at the Coliseum and outside, but never inside with the Cup Series. And it looks like we got Pitbull performing right now. So, Steve, are you asking who I'm going to be rooting for the Super Bowl or for the NASCAR race? As far as the Super Bowl, I don't necessarily have any specific plans to watch it. Um, but like Jenna just posted, if somebody's going to have a watch along party, I'll probably join in. Since I know there's not a NASCAR race on that weekend. So as far as NASCAR though, my driver is Denny Hamlin. Yeah, my driver's Denny Hamlin, but I also do like quite a few other drivers. A lot of the new and up and coming drivers, especially some of the rookies that are entering this year from the Xfinity series. There's even um, there's going to be quite a few different drivers on some teams that are filling in. And as far as the Super Bowl, I don't even know who's playing. I haven't really been interested in watching football lately, which is weird. Man, would I love to drive a race car, but I just don't think I could do it as a career and with the physical condition my body's in. But yeah, I would love to at least drive for a little bit. What? The Bengals made a Super Bowl? And the Rams? Rams haven't been in there for a while either. Oh, these commercials. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and bring up my talking points. So I just have a list here of things. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cover up my chat for a moment. No, I don't. But I don't want that. Come on.
It's a wall-to-wall, totally complete. Midwinter clearance sale, now at Jacobs. Every in-stock item is on sale today. Obtain memory foam mattress, starting at $2.99.
Well, Steve, actually, in high school, I was a football player, so I did quite enjoy playing football back then. But I sustained an injury and was not able to continue. Other than that, it would be racing. So let me see. We did have some driver changes over the off season. Let's see here. So the number 2 for Team Penske used to be Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski is now taking over the number 6 for Ryan Newman, who does not have any plans to drive for the 2022 season at this time. He's going to spend time away with family. So Austin Cindric will now be taking over as driver of the number 2 for Penske, and he is starting his rookie year. No, that's all right, Steve. You know, when you play hard, you get hurt, and sometimes those injuries cause you to have to change your dreams. That's all right. And in case I'm sure everybody's heard most of these driver changes, but Kurt Busch is no longer driving the number 1 for Chip Ganassi Racing, as Chip Ganassi has pulled out of NASCAR. Kurt Busch is now with Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan in 2311 Racing, driving the number 45, and he did bring the Monster Energy sponsor with him. Petty Motorsports has pretty much been acquired by GMS, and they will keep the name Petty GMS Motorsports, and driving the number 42 being added to that team is Ty Dillon as a rookie. Yeah, Steve, we are, actually. And it looks like Front Row Motorsports. Anthony Alfredo has left NASCAR. I believe he retired. Rookie Todd Gilliland will be taking over the number 38. And let me see here. So, yep, Brad Keselowski takes over the number 6 for RFK Racing. Roush Fenway, Keselowski Racing. Ryan Preece will be filling in with multiple other drivers for Rick Ware Racing in the number 15. They're adding that charter to it. Josh Bilicki will fill in various drivers for Spire Motorsports in the number 77. Colleague Racing number 16, they don't have a specific driver set for the 2022 season. They will have various drivers filling in. Justin Haley will be driving the number 31. Wood Brothers. Matt DiBenedetto has went down to Truck Series. So, and they've moved up Harrison Burton to drive the number 21 for the Wood Brothers. Now, Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton, and Todd Gilliland are the 22-22 rookies for this year. But adding some different teams in here, we have Team Hesburgh, Beard Motorsports, MBM Motorsports, and the newly formed The Money Team Racing with Floyd Mayweather as part of the drivers, and they have recruited Formula One world champion Jacques Villeneuve to drive in the Daytona 500. And then, of course, driving for Hesburgh and Noah Grayson, and for Beard, MBM will enter 2 cars with Timmy Hill and JJ Yaley. How many cars on the NASCAR track? Well, depending on the size of the track, like this one here, I'm not sure if they're going to have a full field. A full field usually consists of anywhere between 33 to 40 cars. This track here being a quarter-mile track, they're probably only going to have about, especially this is just a Clash. It's not a big race like Daytona or anything else. They're probably only going to have 20 cars on the field at a time, maybe a little less. And yeah, Steve, Jenna has become quite the experienced cat wrestler over the years. And for those of anybody here who is still interested, the Bristol race, the spring race, is still going to be dirt again this year. So we will see the dirt track at Bristol one more time. Hopefully they've learned a few things from the first time they did it to make it so it's not so dangerous with all the dust. But when you're dealing with dirt, you kind of can't get away from it. And there's a few other changes. I'm not really going to go into detail because they're just NASCAR has unveiled a stricter penalty system for the 2022 season, with level 3 penalties now resulting in the revoking of playoff ability for the team. NASCAR.com has a detailed list of all the penalties. I do too. If you'd like to know anything, just ask and I will let you know. No, NASCAR is more on concrete and pavement rather than rally, which is obviously off-road. NASCAR in its early years did start off on dirt and clay tracks. They still race those in the lower levels of racing, all different types of vehicles. And last year, they actually implemented a dirt track in the NASCAR Cup Series, which went over very well. The drivers enjoyed their time greatly. And I got to move out of that little glare. There we go. So they've gone ahead and reinstituted that this year. A lot of the drivers started off racing on the dirt. Go-karts, midgets, sprints, and all the other vehicles, leveling up towards the NASCAR series. But this year we have a brand new car specifically designed to be 100% equal across the board for everybody. All the teams have to order parts from the same exact manufacturer. So everybody has the same exact parts for the vehicle as well as the engines, even though the engines are being represented by different manufacturers. The body style is the same. They are running a higher horsepower this year rather than the 550 that they ran last year. They are now running 650. And the downforce wing on the deck lid of the car is now only 4 inches, so it's even smaller. Less downforce, higher horsepower, and a better handling car hopefully will make the track more competitive to where it's just the drivers that we have to worry about and their driving skill, as well as the teams with their pit stops and their spotters. Everything just comes down to a team and driver aspect rather than who can build a better race car because everything's going to be equal. No, Steve, there's no such thing as stupid questions for me. The only stupid question is one that is not asked, in my opinion. I don't judge for people not knowing. I don't know everything. Far from knowing everything, especially about NASCAR. Takes time, takes patience, takes effort, and asking questions. So I'm not anticipating very many people to be here since lately I have been very, very inconsistent in my streaming and content. But that's all right. I'm here to have fun, and people can join me if they wish. Christy, welcome. You got up. Well, that is a plus. And hopefully, one of these days, I'll be, I guess, popular enough in YouTube's eyes where I will actually be allowed to live stream the race without getting dinged with copyrights. Since I have seen quite a few people um, streaming the race today, and they're actually streaming the race itself. So, but they have way over 500 subs. Um, in the past, I was watching a lot of Indy and Formula One races, but I was also younger, had less responsibilities, um, and then I got married, had kids, and life decided to tell me I needed to be more responsible. So I had to reduce the amount of things that I sat in front of the TV and watched, which another reason why football went by the wayside. Does my camera have Wi-Fi? No, I'm plugged in. I don't know if it does. I thought I could hook it up too. Yeah, I know I can do streams with those types of cameras, yours or mine. Um, but I don't want to get a copyright for streaming the race. Yeah, EO7 Rebel. I think it does. I think I read something in there that where I could hook it up to my phone and upload stuff like that. With Wi-Fi. Oh, the local races. Um, if I'm gonna stream local races, um, I'll either get, I'll have to get more batteries because I don't have the ability to plug mine in. So I definitely need to acquire more batteries. I'd rather have a camera that I could just plug in and have like a big battery pack or something. I'm not sure. Need to test to see how long batteries last while they're. But I also need to get more proficient with all the other programs that I have for streaming, like OBS. I need to get more familiar with StreamYards. I just got to take the time, get off my ass, and do the work. Yeah, and for anybody who's wondering, we do have a local racetrack out here um, that they do have. They are a NASCAR sanctioned track, but it's for the extremely lower levels of NASCAR. Um, so the Truck Series and Xfinity and Cup Series, they don't race here. But I do want to start streaming from the racetrack over there because they do circle track, they do drag strips, they have special events, they do mud bogs, um, they do all sorts of stuff, and I'd like to start. Yes, it is a NASCAR sanctioned track, but for like the modifieds, the sprint cars, I think the legends. Um, I'm not sure, but I think IMSA might race here occasionally. But with Portland International Speedway up north, I know they all race up there too. I struggled for quite a while trying to figure out what I was going to do with my channel. I'm still figuring out all the little details, but I know I want to start doing um, live streams and other stuff with our local racetrack. So I'd like to be involved with the racetrack in some capacity eventually. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Steve, Jenna said, from what she's learned already with OBS, it's fairly easy. I just actually need to get off my butt and do it. I am a very bad procrastinator because I don't take my own advice about just getting up and getting it done. Yep, it is an NHRA sanctioned drag strip as well. Yeah, exactly, Steve. I just need to get up and do it. If it's something that I enjoy to do, then there shouldn't be any reason why I'm not doing it. But here in Oregon, we have a lot of gray, rainy days, especially during the winter. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I actually, along with Jenna, suffer from the standard depression that goes on in the Northwest with all the gray, gloomy days because you don't get a lot of that sunshine. So depression is one of the things that runs rampant up here, as well as other places. Um, but it never really used to bother me, but now that I work from home, now I'm inside mostly, so it starts to bother. But I went through that during the holiday season, since holidays are rough for a lot of people as well. But getting better. And Steve, I definitely will probably take you up on that one of these days. Um, yeah, if you want to show me a few things that you've learned from OBS. That and most people don't know that I work for um, a finance company online. So I answer phones all day, every day. I'm on the phone, staring at a computer screen, answering phone calls. I get tired of being on the computer. So that's why I don't. Another reason why I don't, work on things when I'm off work. And then, of course, weekends are usually tied up with work around the house, going out and taking pictures for the photography business, or just even getting Jenna and I outside for a while. Hi, Lady C. Good to see you in here. How are you doing today, Lady C? And if anybody wants to come up, let me know. I'll pop the link in the chat. You don't have to be a NASCAR fan to pop up. I'm doing good, Lady C. Just waiting for the first actual televised race of the 2022 season for NASCAR. Um, Definitely wanted to make this race since it is a historic race. Appreciate that, Steve. If you have some time and you want to pop on back in, I'm not sure if you're leaving or not. Um, you're more than welcome to. And if you do choose to come back, or if you're not leaving and you want to hop up here, let me know. I'll pop in that link. Looks like Pitbull's performing again before the race starts. Oh, Miss Pain in the ass, huh?
Hello.
What's up, Christy?
Wait, sorry, can't hear you. There we go. Hi, brother.
Well, thank you, Steve. You have a good night. Enjoy your day tomorrow. And if for some reason you find yourself awake and you want to pop in and I'm still alive, come on in. And I will definitely take you up sometime on the offer for OBS. Thank you, my friend. It was definitely good speaking with you. As always, next time you're live, I will pop in.
Night, Steve. Hi, Lady Steve. So, what did I miss?
Nothing. Um, just chit chatting. Not many actual race fans in yet, if any of them are going to come in. So I went through a little bit of the driver changes. Discussed a few things about the LA Coliseum where they're racing today, but other than that, not much.
Nice.
Pitbull is performing for the second time already for the pre-show. They got a few other things planned. NASCAR, I think, is doing really well in getting a wider demographic of people to start watching NASCAR. Take care, Steve. And there went Christy. And now she's back.
I don't know what's up with my phone. And yes, Jenna, I missed you lots and lots. I can't find the racetrack.
The race itself, or
No, the one that Jenna built. I was looking
oh,
throughout the whole entire thing.
it's pretty close to where she's at. It's like in between her place and my place at a diagonal.
Don't worry, I just woke up too.
And that's okay. It's the weekend. It's Sunday. We can sleep in as long as we want, and nobody can tell us anything different. Well, they can, but it's not going to make a difference.
My lady's been weird today. Couldn't
Yeah.
go to sleep until like 6 this morning because that's when everything started to kick in to where I could get comfortable enough to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
So what's Lady C up to today? Anything fun and exciting? I haven't. Oh, I thought I had an Aria. Apparently, I don't have an Aria either. That's all right.
Oh, my mind went somewhere else.
As it always does. Just chilling. That's good, Lady C.
Oh, let me change that.
Yes. Today is supposed to be a day of rest. What'd you say, Christy?
No, I totally forgot I used this phone on somebody else's channel this morning.
Oh, is that why you were in Miss Pink's ass?
Yeah, apparently a lot of people's pain in the ass.
Yeah, Gemma's being bad. When the cats are bad, they're my cats. When they're good, they're her cats.
Yeah.
Same as kids.
Yep. And I can agree with it. Uh, Yesterday my dog did something. Oh, she was rolling around in the sand. I was like, David, your dog. He was like, I'm guessing she did something bad.
Well, thank you, Kane.
It's true. Yes, I know it is. Especially when my son calls, Mom, I love you. What did you do? Hey, King. How you doing?
So, Lady C, I know you watch football. Do you watch NASCAR? All right, they're getting the cars on the track. I have to say, I'm actually really liking the style of the new cars. They're wider. They have a lower profile. I can tell that they're going to handle really good. Be interesting to watch the new season.
Mm-hmm. And when does it actually start?
Um, so
17?
this race here will start in 15 minutes or so,
Okay.
but this isn't the actual official starting of the season. The 20th with Daytona. Daytona 500 is considered the official start of the NASCAR season.
Jenna's so funny. She's in chat when she can be up here.
She's having internet, so
Oh.
even in chat, her internet buffers. So she,
Ooh.
unlike last night where she was able to be, up on the panel, she's not able to right now.
Yeah, David was DMing me because even though he was up on, where, he was like, Jenna's having fun. I was like, what do you mean? She's pressing buttons. Yeah, unlike you. That's why when he was saying, yeah, Jenna can kick me off if I do something, I was like, she can kick me off too.
Yep, kick anybody off. And Lady C, that's all right. You don't have. I don't require people to be NASCAR fans to be in here. You can spend all the time you want with us. We enjoy having you. And
Oh, thank you, Steve.
aw,
You're
such a good word, Steve.
Steve is awesome.
Yes, he is. Going through a rough time now, but he'll get through it. Support from his YouTube family.
Oh, I have to load it up, but we have Jenna buttons. We're gonna have Jenna buttons.
Jenna Buttons.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds ominous. That sounds.
Like our banner when Jenna usually, and everybody knows,
Oh yeah.
but we're gonna have Jenna buttons. Yep, we made a lot of them. I just gotta figure out how to do the video to go on Top StreamYard.
Oh, I gotcha. One thing that Jen and I was discussing, I wasn't quite sure. I'm not quite sure when it's going to happen. Um, Jen and I were discussing possibly to start doing our own StreamYard. Um, and trying to help out Wolfie and Dar. Because I know they're running the free StreamYards and they're limited on the amount of times they can stream, like I was. So I figured we would pay it forward and help them since you helped us or are helping us.
Brother, you guys can make you guys own, and if you guys want, you guys can always jump. You can leave your guys' YouTube on there whenever you guys feel like it.
No, I
We're
know
there to
that.
support.
I know that. There there's nothing in the decision to go on our own StreamYards that has anything to do with with you guys or being a part of yours. Um, you guys have been fantastic, and you're going to continue being fantastic because that's the kind of people that you are. Um, but it's not going to be for a bit. We have a lot of finances to take care of first and get things. But and if we're ready to do it and they're able to do whatever on their own or they change their minds, then that's fine too. But we want to pay it forward somehow.
You guys are. Just the love and the support. You guys are.
Yeah. Um, but I got tired of accepting everybody's help and not helping people. Other than words. You know what I
To be
mean?
honest, you helped me go back into NASCAR when I used to watch it with my oldest brother.
Well, besides that, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what
We
you mean.
weren't we aren't in the financial position to do the full StreamYards things, and you guys had one, so you're letting us use yours, and you're calling it ours, and we definitely appreciate it. And we feel like we're almost to the point where we can start paying it forward as well, and we want to help out, like people have helped us out, rather than just sit there and take the help and not give it back. So as soon as we can, we're gonna give it back.
Okay, Brenda. Oh, sister, you guys are amazing.
And that's why
Yes.
that's why I went ahead and paid for the Minecraft realm because it helps. It helps everybody who can be involved in it.
Yeah, David said he's gonna take today off and actually go on it today. Like,
So
wait, I get to have my husband today? He was like, yeah.
I might be on it a little bit later, but I won't be able to do it very long since obviously tomorrow's work. But I I am working on. I'm constructed a little bit weird, so it's not working. It's broken. I'm making a semi-automatic cow farm.
That's what me and David wanted to talk to you and Jenna. Well, yeah, talk to you and Jenna about. I'm gonna screenshot that, Jenna, and I'm gonna send it to him.
Yes, David, please come by.
Because yesterday he was like, because I was just making a world for Shits and Giggles, like a creative one. And I was like, I wonder if the nether portal can go on the bottom.
Mm.
Yeah. And then I was like, no, it only can stand up. Then David had this brilliant idea because I made it to where it looked like it was a room. So he had a brilliant idea to make a hidden house, but also to make come up on stream.
Well, they even got Chuck Liddell here, and they're going all out with the celebrities for this race. No, you can hang around as much as you want, Steve. If you don't want to come up on panel, that's perfectly fine. You want to stay in chat, your family, man. You are welcome here anytime.
Sorry, I had to keep muting. They're doing road work and nobody told us about it.
Sure, they did as soon as they started their engines. That's their. Hey, we're working.
Right? You want to know what time they started? Apparently, I even slept through it. They started at 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And I was like, oh, I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, it's all right. Down in the desert areas, where David's at, Arizona, and all that stuff. They work
Hmm.
during the summer. They work in the middle of the night because it's cooler. So good luck sleeping. No worries, Steve. You can join whenever you're ready. This is the beginning of a NASCAR season, so most of my streams are going to be on Sundays, I think. I don't think I'm going to continue the Saturday stream much longer, just because there's so many people, going to Saturdays, um, and I want to be able to support everybody who's going. All of my friends go live on Saturday. It's difficult for me to support them if I'm live, and vice versa. Um, so I'll be tinkering with my schedules, trying to figure out when's the best for me that I feel. But Sundays, obviously, right now is going to be a definite yes. I know I'll probably do some NASCAR streams on Saturdays as well when they're races. I might actually do Xfinity and Truck Series, depending on Jen and I's schedule. That's the other reason. Um, Jenna gets Saturdays now. She's obviously happy. So hurry back, Lady C, or take your time. And so, yeah, I'm just going to be figuring out my schedule, my channel, but I'll still be here. Jenny, you're looking confused. You're happy, then you're confused. What's going on? She's up there laughing her ass off right
I I can imagine. I totally forgot what I was talking about.
All right. They are going to start doing the driver introductions. 23 drivers on the track. All right.
Wasn't there more last year?
But they are. Okay. So do you have any idea how small the LA Coliseum is?
Oh, they're in LA.
The LA Coliseum was designed for the Olympics.
Right.
Okay. They do play some football games on there. They play soccer games, and many other sports. But this is the first time NASCAR has been here, and they had to pave over the track and field running track, and it is only a quarter mile in length all the way around. It's a very short track. It's a very narrow track, and they don't have enough room for 30 plus cars that are usually on a racetrack. So 23 is the maximum for safety, and this is just the spectacle before the main race starts the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely, Steve. As a matter of fact, let me go and make sure I have that bell rung so I can get your notifications when you're live. I don't always hit the bells because thousands of notifications really annoy me, and I end up throwing my phone. And it's not my phone's fault, so I shouldn't have to take it out on my phone. Where'd you go? There you are. Steve, I just rung your bell.
You know, a song just played in my head when you said that.
What?
Won't you ring my bell? Ring my bell.
Here's my driver, Denny Hamlin. Oh, he's starting 17th. Denny Hamlin, 17th. That's all right. One of the drivers, Martin Truex Jr., actually said after their practices, he tweeted that this is going to be a wreck fest. Once Jackson starts live streams, I don't know how. Yeah, that's true. Once your boss that doesn't pay you uh, decides to make you work more, you may be having to work on Saturdays.
Welcome
Welcome
back,
back,
ladies.
DC. Christy and I at the same time. All right. Well, it is now 3 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down and start my actual race watch along. So give me just a few moments to get that one up and going, and hopefully I will see everybody who's here over there. We will see you over there in just a few moments. Thank you guys for coming in, and I will talk to you shortly.
Bye.